Okay, in this video we are going to start an intermediate web development class, how to create a responsive website. Remember, if you are having a smartphone in 2025 and I'm teaching you all these keys for free and you refuse to learn, then you deserve to be poor. However, if you appreciate the work I am doing, please kindly give it a thumbs up and give me a share. I want to have a sizable amount of share with this video because we have successfully finished the basic of web development, that is HTML and CSS, and where I'm going to take you to an intermediate class. With that aside, let's go straight to business. So basically, we have two types of layout. We have the horizontal layout and we have the vertical layout. So with these two layouts, we can use them and create almost everything on the website. No matter how the design is, we will use just these two layouts to mix them and then create whatever you want to create. So in this video, the first thing we are going to create is a horizontal layout. And the first thing we are going to do is we go ahead in our Visual Studio Code and we are going to create a div. So once we create a div, I'm going to divide it, and I will also create another div inside this div. So I will create another div inside this div, and inside the first div I am going to say horizontal layout, and I will create another div from here. I will just create a div and we will call this one vertical layout. So we are creating the mother div here, and then we are creating two divs inside this div. So let's hit Ctrl S to save and go back in our website. So if we come here in our website, you discover that we have two divs here. But for now, everything is not well arranged and nothing is tight. So let's go back. So the first thing we are going to do is to give it a class attribute. And the class of attribute, we are going to give it a name of container. So let's go back into our CSS and then target this container class. So we are going to scroll up here in our CSS code, and here we are going to target a class that is .container curly bracket, and we are going to give it a border style so that it will be more visible enough. So we give it a border style of solid. So if you come to our real website, you discover that our box has been given a border so that it will be visible enough in our code. Let's go ahead and set a width of 800 pixels. So we're giving it a width of 800 pixels. So if you come back here, we have limited the width to 800 pixels. Let's give it a height of 500 pixels and save. So now we have a website now, and we have a box that is around 500 pixels height. We are going to come inside the first div and also give it a class attribute, and we are going to call it a horizon. We also give this one a class attribute and we will call this one vertical. So if we hit Ctrl S to save and we go back to our CSS, we are going to target the other one known as the horizon curly bracket, and we are going to give it a width of 100%. So let's set the border style, the border color of red. Hit Ctrl S to save. So if you come on our website, you discover that everything now is getting interesting. So let's go back inside our Visual Studio Code, and from here we are going to give it a height of 250 pixels. So if we save, go back to our website, you will discover that this box has been divided into two equal halves. So this is the vertical one. So inside this one, we are going to create another div again, and we'll call this one vertical 1. Give it a class attribute of vertical-1. Come to our CSS, and then we are going to style it, and we are going to say vertical-1 and curly bracket. So we give it a width of 300 pixels and save. The second thing we are going to do is to give it a border style of solid and a border color of blue. So hit Ctrl S to save. We give it a height of 250 pixels and save. So the last thing we are going to do here is to then style vertical 1, and we say vertical-1 curly brackets, and we give it a width of 300 pixels. We give it a height of 250 pixels. We also give it a border style of solid. Let's give it a border color of dark green and save. So now when you come to our website, you discover that things are arranging bit by bit. However, we have a problem here. This last div that is in a green color is outside the box because it is forcing its way out. So why is this thing happening? A div also comes with a default setting of block element. That is to say, this one doesn't want to share a border with this one. So we have to go into our code, and the first thing we are going to do is come to this place and add a display property of inline block element. So we save it and we come here to this vertical on and then add another display property of inline block. And if you come here, things are now aligning on our website. So this is how we basically align things on our website. You can go ahead and put a picture here, and anything you want to do here. In my next video, I'm going to teach you how to arrange it in a professional way. If you watch this video to this point, please consider giving it a thumbs up for more updates. See you in my next video.